Children Drown in Silence.
So I ran quickly outside to help him out.
Things in life happen that you cannot predict.
We sent our kids, both at 6 months, for swimming classes.
And I'm going to throw them in the pool and we'll see what happens.
If you're a parent, you agree that your children's safety is the #1 priority.
This is why this video is probably one of the most important videos we'll ever make and post on our channel. My name is Chris.
And I'm Paulina.
And we're a Fly Kids Fly, and we want to thank you for watching our video. The reason why I decided to make this video is because a couple of weeks ago, I saw an article and it was titled Children Drown in Silence. It was a story about a baby that got out of the house through an unlocked door and fell in the swimming pool while the father was cleaning the swimming pool area. And literally the child was drowning just a couple feet behind the father and he had no idea what was going on. Luckily, the sister went outside, alerted the father, they took the baby out of the water and they all are okay. So look what happened to us just a couple days ago.
I was cooking up something for the kids in the kitchen and I noticed that our dog fell in the pool. So I ran quickly outside to help him out. And not that I want to compare a child to a dog, but I was mentioning it to Chris, what if this was one of our kids? And we were inside thinking, they're gonna be okay with their life jackets outside and something were to happen and we're not there.
You should be paying attention to your kids 24/7 and keep an eye on them every single second. Sometimes things in life happen that you cannot predict. Imagine you walking, you slip and fall and lose consciousness. You get a heart attack and your children might end up in the swimming pool. This is why it's extremely important to get them ready for a situation like that in order to avoid a tragedy.
And most of the times what people have told us is a lot of the drownings that happen is because we as parents think that there's other parents or somebody else looking out for our kids as well if everybody is around there. That's just not the case. You have to look out for your own. And our kids love swimming. That is the most joyous activity for them to do. So for us, it is extremely important that they get used to the water. And one of the tips that we were going to give is that at a young age, just as we have, we sent our kids both at 6 months for swimming classes. And that has helped us immensely.
Philip was only 8 weeks old when we took him on vacation to the Cayman Islands and he was already getting familiar with the water. We put him in the ocean. But when you sign up your baby at the age of 6 months for swimming lessons, it's not like they teach them to swim right away.
Right.
Actually, one of the first things they do, they take a cup of water and they pour it over their face so that they can use their instincts and to hold the breath the moment water touches their face.
And they familiarize with water this way.
Exactly. So then the next step is just submerging them in the water and they just naturally hold their breath, which is amazing. One of the exercises they make is just walking like on monkey bars, but around the edge of the pool so they can strengthen their upper body just in case they fell in a pool and they wanted to pull themselves up and get out of the pool. Our son, Benji, he's only 3 years old, and now when you throw him in the water, he knows that the first thing to do is just to swim to the edge of the pool and get out.
Or flip himself on his back.
If there's nowhere to go, he will flip himself on the back and just float. Also, when you start throwing them in the water at the early age, they do not panic whenever they fall in the pool. They go underneath, they hold their breath, and they're completely fine. So they know exactly what to do.
And this helps in so many ways, especially if you're going on vacation, summertime, you want to go paddleboarding, anything to do with water, scuba diving, snorkeling.
Anything.
You're familiarizing
right
yourself with
now,
water.
this is #1 activity. Every time we go on vacation, we go to birthday parties, swimming pool, water parks, beach. That's #1 activity that our kids love. A couple months ago, we went to the Xcaret Park in Tulum, and our kids at the age of 3 and 4, they swam 2 kilometers in an underground cave river, and they finished it even though there were adults that couldn't.
There were adults asking if they would be able to do this excursion underwater and underground, under the ground, and it was just funny for us to see that our kids are able to do this at the age of 3 and 4.
I just want to clarify, so please know that we are not swimming experts. We're just parents of 2 toddlers and we're sharing our experience with you so that you and your kids can have a lot of fun swimming and do it in a safe manner.
So after you get them to familiarize in the water by taking swimming classes, tip number 2, tip número 2, is don't make them do anything that they are uncomfortable doing.
Never force them into stuff that they don't want to do. We visited one of the cenotes around Tulum, and I really wanted Philip to swim with us, snorkel, and look at some turtles, and he didn't want to. For whatever reason, he did not want to go in the water. So I just took him and threw him in the water. Even though he had his life jacket on and the snorkeling mask, he started panicking. He took the mask off, started choking, drinking water. It was just very unpleasant experience, so we took him out of the water right away, and he didn't want to go back for the next few weeks. It was really the moment when I realized that you should not force them to do anything. This is why you start them early and gradually get them familiarized with water.
Tip number 3, wear your life vests.
Life vests. We bought these life vests for our kids. They're not expensive. You can get them at Walmart, on Amazon, doesn't matter, but these are great flotation devices. Whenever you're not in the pool with your children, make sure when they're at the young age, 2, 3, 4 years old, that they have the life jackets on. The tip number 4, never trust inflatable floaties. For 2 reasons. They can always deflate and they won't work anymore, or they can flip over. And there have been instances when children just flip over and they were not able to get back on top. You always have to supervise your children whenever they have floaties. Never trust them 100%. Always keep an eye on them.
And tip number 5, we have a handy dandy 180-degree mask.
As we mentioned before, swimming is so much fun, and one of the most amazing experiences you can have is snorkeling. Touching turtles, swimming with fish,
stingrays.
In order to get your kids to snorkel, this is an amazing thing. Look, I have a mask like that. It's a 180-degree mask that you put over your face.
I will demonstrate.
And you just breathe naturally. You can see everything around you. You don't put anything in your mouth, so it's extremely comfortable. And what you can do, you can buy those masks. They will love them, and you can practice in your own inflatable pool, in your home pool, or even in a bathtub. You put a little water and have them submerge and kind of see what kind of toys they have, so they can get used to it. Whenever you're on vacation, awesome idea for snorkeling.
And what's cool about these masks online is they have different characters or different animals. If you don't want shark, I think they have a turtle or other.
There's a lot of options to choose from, though.
Colors as well. All right, so now we're gonna be doing an experiment, and we wanted you to come along with us and show you what we got.
All right, let's go. So we have all these different colors of shirts, and I'm going to throw them in the pool, and we'll see what happens. White, black. So we took different colors of shirts, and we threw them into our swimming pool. And our pool is a very clear water with a white background, so you can actually see everything very clearly. This is to demonstrate that actually what your children wear around water is extremely important. So take a look at the shirts that I threw in the swimming pool. So the blue shirt is the color of water. It's almost invisible. You cannot tell the difference where the shirt is. The white color shirt becomes the color of water and becomes invisible. The black shirt gets lost in the shade and the waves. You cannot really tell if it's a fish or another object. And really, the only 2 shirts that are visible in the water is the neon green and the neon orange. So that's why every time your children gets in the water, you should make sure that they're wearing neon green or neon orange shirt.
Imagine being in the ocean or in the water and being with your kids, and a huge wave hits you, and then you get separated and you can't find the kid. Well, you're definitely going to see them with a vibrant color, rather than having it being blue or white. This is a simple concept, but yet people still don't listen to their own gut.
Not everyone realizes how important it is.
Yeah, if something were to happen, it's easier to find somebody with a vibrant color rather than having a color that is just gonna blend in, like this one.
I didn't know how to swim until I was 20 years old. So for me
Yeah.
to see my children swim and enjoy water right now, it's an amazing experience. I love that every time we go on vacation, they just have so much fun in the ocean, in the lake,
It's hard to get them
in the
out.
river. Yes, they just love water.
Yeah.
So we hope that your children will enjoy water as well and do it in a very safe manner. We hope these tips help and come back for more. If you like this video, hit the like button, and thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Thank you. Travel.